Welcome to Just Desserts. My name is Renee Smith, and my guest today is Jerry Butler. Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
I'm glad to see you back today.
Yeah.
I didn't scare you off with too much math?
Just a little
bit.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you came back because today we're going to talk about some books that actually do have math in them, but are great to read for your kids. Cool. And they also can lead to games and things that you can do to help them do better in math class.
Good deal.
Okay, the first one I want to talk about is called 100 Hungry Ants. And this is a really cute little story about a group of ants, and there's a small ant. And I'll just read just a little bit. A whole hill of hungry ants, their faces all aglow, came swarming from the forest across the field below. A soft breeze fanned the sunshine and whisked them on their way. It hinted of yummies for their empty tummies. That means a picnic. Hooray! 100 ants were singing and marching in a row. We're going to a picnic. A hey and a hidey-ho. I love rhyming books.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Stop, said the littlest ant. We're moving way too slow. Some food will be gone unless we hurry up. So, with 2 lines of 50, we'd get there soon, I know.
Ah, I'm seeing where this is going now.
All the ants raced here and there, up, down, and to and fro. There'll be lots of yummies for our hungry tummies. A hey and a hidey-ho.
Hidey-ho.
100 ants were singing and marching in 2 rows. We're going to a picnic. A hey and a hidey-ho. Stop, yelled the littlest ant. We're moving way too slow. More of the food will be gone unless we hurry up. So, with 4 lines of 25, we'd get there soon, I know. And that's how the whole book continues on. The ants keep getting regrouping into different configurations that equal 100. So, this book is really about the factors of 100. And the word factors is kind of the opposite of the word multiples. We've talked about multiples before. And multiples, if you will remember, was when we counted by 5, 10, 15. All of those would be multiples of...
Skip counting.
Skip counting. They would be multiples of 5. And factors, if we're looking for factors of 100, in this case, we were looking for numbers that would divide into 100 evenly, like 50,
25.
50 would be one of them, 25 would be another, and 50 times 2,
right,
and 25 times 4, so those
10
are
10 times 10.
10 times 10. Good. So those are factors.
Yeah.
So I have a game for us to play today. And and I forgot. This is another book that kind of does the same thing, but it's Bats on Parade. It's also a great story about factors and multiples. So I would recommend reading those kinds of books with your children to help them with math, especially with factors and multiples, because they lead to the work with fractions. And a lot of kids have trouble with fractions.
It seems like most do.
A lot. I think that in my classroom, that's where a lot of kids started to have problems was with factors, with fractions.
Yeah, it seems that way.
So we're gonna play a game, and this is called Factor Feud, because we're gonna feud. We're gonna try to get each other's cards. So I'm gonna give you the red cards, and I'm gonna take a set of black ones. And so actually 4 people could play this at a time, but it's probably better if 2 do. Because of the cards that you have to draw, that way you don't run out of cards.
Oh, I see.
And these cards I'm going to have these cards available with the numbers on the Just Dessert website, so that parents could download those.
Cool.
But you just need cards in your suit from 2 to 9, and we're just going to lay these out in a row. And I'm going to lay mine over here, and if you would lay yours over there, and I'm going to put them in order so that we can actually tell where they are. Oh, I have to scoot them out again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? You may have to scoot out a little too. And then I have a bunch of numbers that 2 through 9 would be factors of. In fact, so that they would divide evenly into these numbers on the cards.
Gotcha.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over a card, and my card that I turned over was the number 32. So if I know my multiplication facts, I know what kinds of numbers I can multiply together to get 32. I know that 8 times 4 is 32. So I can take your 8 and your 4, and they're mine. I just took your card, and the object of the game is to take the other people's cards before they take all of yours.
So you take turns then?
Now there's one special rule. You notice that I took the 8 and the 4. if I had if I had already taken those, or if I had already taken one of those in another play, I wouldn't be able to take. I could only take the one, because the rule is if a number has a bunch of different multiples or factors that go into it, you can only take the two that go together, or you can only take one. And I'll show you what happens when that happens in a minute. So I've got your 8 times 4.
Okay.
And it's your turn. You get to turn over a card and try to steal some of mine.
Okay, so just sort of on top of this one.
What'd you get?
27.
Do you know your times tables and know what would make 27?
Humor me.
9 times 3. You're right. So you can take my 9 and my 3.
I like this.
Yeah, you're stealing them
So
from
far.
me. So far, so good.
Except I can't pick them up.
I know, the table's kind of slick. And the cards are kind of slick.
Oh, they are. They're brand new.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 42.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I know that 7 times 6 would give me 42. So those are both factors of 42, and I stole them from you. Your turn.
Mean.
I'm not mean.
almost-
I'm just playing the game.
Oh, darn. Okay. Well, you're supposed to let me win.
Oh, here's that
15.
special circumstance I was telling you about. What 2 factors of 15 do you know that should have been on this board right now?
Well, 3 and 5.
3 and
but
5.
There's no 3 left.
There's no 3, but you can take the 5 because you can take one card at a time.
I see. So if the other side of the equation's missing, then you just get to pick the one that's left.
Absolutely.
Okay,
You
because
get to take that factor.
be stumped. There's no even way to make a 15 except
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
So,
So you get
okay.
the 5.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can get some more of yours. 28. Oh, that's not good. 7 times 4 is 28, but guess what?
No 7, no 4.
I know that 2 will divide into 28 evenly because it's an even number. So I'm going to take your 2.
Oh.
Boom. Your turn.
I'm liking this.
It's a
16.
Ooh, guess what?
8
You're going to catch up with me.
and 2.
There you go. There you go.
Nanner.
So what do you think? You think you could play this with kids?
Yeah, and it's a good, just sort of kind of fun way to reinforce the factors and multiples and that sort of thing.
And your multiplication tables.
Yeah, exactly.
So it works really well.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
wish I'd have had these when my kids were little. My gosh, it would have helped me so much because I'm not so good at math.
Well,
And I struggle with trying to help them.
well, I'm. You know what? You get a second chance.
Oh yeah.
Grandchild.
Oh, I know.
You can work. You can work with grandchildren. All right. Well,
Thank you.
I'm glad you joined me today, and I'm glad all of you joined us for Just Desserts. You can find more information and the cards for this game on My Kids Turn.